I'm Jordan Raynor, and this is the Word Before Work.
Today we're reading from Proverbs 27, verses 5 and 6. Here's what that text says. Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. Again, that was Proverbs 27, 5 through 6. According to the Harvard Business Review, quote, by roughly a 3-to-1 margin, employees believe that corrective feedback does even more to improve their performance than positive feedback, end quote. In other words, most people accept the wisdom of today's proverb that an open rebuke is indeed better than hidden love. There's just one problem. While the vast majority of us prefer constructive criticism to pats on the back, quote, only 5% believe managers provide such feedback, end quote. So, what can you and I do to encourage others to correct us in love? Here are 4 ideas. Number 1, offer the gift of open but loving rebuke to others. This can be tough for Christians who feel the call to be kind, but you and I aren't called just to be nice. We're called to love as Christ loved us, and he often rebuked those he loved. See Matthew 16:23 and Luke 9:37 through 56. John Mark Comer says, quote, you don't get crucified for being a people pleaser, end quote. Jesus was a people lover, not a people pleaser, who knew that true love says hard things graciously. We must do the same. And when we do, we will make it easier for others to correct us in love. Number 2, give at least one boss, client, coworker, or friend explicit permission to rebuke you when necessary. Here's a sample message that you could send to one of these friends right now. Hey, I've been reflecting on Proverbs 27, 5 through 6, and I feel convicted to invite more open and honest feedback into my life. If you ever see something in me that you'd recommend I change to better serve others or better reflect my Christian values, please don't hesitate to tell me. Number 3, choose a question that you'll begin asking to draw constructive feedback out of friends and colleagues. Here are just 3 questions to serve as ideas. Number 1, where do you think I am least like Jesus? Number 2, what's something you've wanted to tell me but haven't for fear that you'd offend me? And number 3, what can I start or stop doing that would make it easier to work with me? Here's my last piece of advice today. Embrace the awkwardness. As the author of Radical Candor points out, if you ask one of the questions above, quote, no matter how good your question is, the person you ask won't want to answer it. The only way out of this uncomfortable moment is through it, end quote. So, ask one of the questions above and then say nothing. Mentally count to 5 and refuse to break the awkward silence. Seeking out open rebuke is not easy, but remember, as Proverbs 27:6 says, wounds from a friend can be trusted. Embrace the discomfort for your sanctification, for God's glory, and for the good of those you serve. Today's devotional only scratches the surface of how God's word connects to our work. If you want to go deeper, sign up for my free 20-day devotional called The Word Before Work Foundations at twbwfoundations.com. These email devotionals are designed to help you gain a rich understanding of the biblical narrative of work, how exactly your work matters for eternity, and what those truths mean for how we ought to work today. You can sign up right now, again, for free at twbwfoundations.com.